Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Hey, good morning, folks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat.
Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are.
There it is, team. Morning. Morning, wherever you're tuning in from today.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. Here at Positive, we offer a 6-star team. It's a team that help you at every stage of your wealth creation journey.
Good morning, folks. Happy Wednesday, wherever you're tuning in from this morning. Welcome along. This is the Property Management Edition for Wealth Coffee Chats. Well, it is today, Wednesday, the 24th of September. Time is flying. If you haven't met me before, my name is Cass Shosted. I'm here to represent the property management team. We are going to try and bring some guests on between now and Christmas from the team and certainly share some more stories. But you've got me again today, folks. But if you're on and you're live, let's put some shout outs in the chat. Let me know you're here. Always love a bit of banter with this morning's conversation. And certainly we've got another cool topic to talk about this morning. But listen, team, I've been doing this 14 years going on, and certainly over that time you learn a thing or two. And I wanted to share with you guys today our shopping for the lowest fee in property management actually caused this client $5,500 in lost rent. You heard it right. Lowest fee, shopping around. Everyone does it, and it's cost this landlord $5,500. I've seen it time and time again. There is not a week that goes by, team, without me seeing some landlord out there in Australia, across the country, posting for a recommendation, looking for a quote. This client, I'm looking for a competent property manager. So there's certainly some stories behind that particular comment, I'm sure. But yes, like I say, team, there's not a week that goes by where landlords out there in Australia are finding it very challenging to find competent property managers, apparently. And, they're at the end of the day, they're just looking for some good advice, some good guidance, some education around the tenancy law, and propel that, investment forward. We can try and hold it for a longer period of time. We're going to be better off. So that's what we're going to jump in and talk about today. Courtney's on. Morning. And Patrick as well. Morning to you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the conversation this morning. And so, team, what I want to share with you guys is, we'll ask you guys a question, maybe out there first, and get your thoughts, comments, feedback. What are some of the trends out there that landlords across Australia apply when it comes to selecting a property manager? What are the trends? How are landlords across Australia actually selecting who they might want their property manager to be? Because what I see, there's quite a turnover between how many property managers a landlord might have over a period of time, depending how long they obviously own their investment property for. Because, some of the key reasons, and there's been surveys out there, which I don't have with me today, but from what I've read and 14 years experience doing this, team, the main trends out there on how landlords like yourselves and myself go out there and select property managers is usually based on a couple of things. Number one, we're always looking for referrals. So if our friend or our neighbor has a good contact, we're generally going to take that into a high regard. That makes sense to me. Now, whether we look under the hood or not, past that referral is probably not what's going on. We just take the referral, we run with it, right? And all's good until something goes wrong. Another way is that we're doing searches, and we usually go with the agent who lives or has an office closest to the property. So we're determining property managers' ability and competency based on that. We're also making decisions based on who just responds to us the quickest, because we're very frustrated as humans. We want very impatient. We want everything to come at our doorstep really, really quickly, just like the Uber driver might come. And we are selecting property managers based on who calls me back the fastest. The fourth thing that we do notice out there is exactly in the title, and that is we are making decisions on who our property managers are going to be based on the lowest management fee, not any other fee, just the management fee. And it's a really interesting psychological process, I believe, from what I can observe and go through my own sort of career and journey in that space, seeing landlords, make those decisions, but also, some of the other landlords that make decisions in a different way. So the case study in today's conversation that I said earlier, the reason this particular landlord out there lost $5,500 is because they chose a property manager where they were settling a property. It's now been 10 weeks, right? It took 76 days. So call it 10 weeks of that property being vacant, right? Almost 11 weeks. At $550 a week in rental asking income, you can start to see we're racking over $5,000 in lost revenue fairly quickly, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I've never met a happy landlord who's had a property vacant for 10 weeks, and I don't think we will into the future. And so why did that happen, right? So we had a conversation with this particular landlord. They were with another agent. We wanted to understand what was going on. And when we got to the bottom of it, we understood that, they made that sole decision around locality and the management fee. It was the cheapest on paper. They thought that was the best way to go. And that makes a bit of sense, I suppose, when you look at it from that angle and you're not looking at anything else. What I want to share with you guys is that I want to encourage you guys to look under the hood. It's not all about the fee, because sometimes the cheapest agent on paper actually becomes your most expensive agent, in which case, for this particular landlord out there in Victoria, 10 weeks vacant, $5,500. That is not in his pocket. It's not in anyone's pocket for that matter. And we have a very frustrated situation going on at the moment. And, when you break it down, there are probably 3, 4, 5 different things that didn't happen in handover through the leasing process. And now we've got this situation. So Brandon Zahn, looking sharp. Oh, thank you, mate. I tried my best. I probably need a haircut, mate. But thank you very much for the commentary. But here's what I want you guys to focus on instead. If you're ever out there, maybe you've got a property that you've just purchased, you're waiting for it to settle. Maybe you're out there looking to buy a property today. Please, before you select the agent, whether it's our team or another team out there, team, happy to help and give you some guidance. I want you to not focus on the management fee just for 5 minutes. I want you to look under the hood, and I want you to write these things down if you can, or play this on replay when you need to. Focus on understanding what your property manager's leasing plan is to get you and your property leased within 14 days or less. Ask them that question. What are they going to do as your property manager to get you leased within 14 days or less? Right? You're going to understand very, very quickly just with that one question. If you look at nothing else, now I've got about 4 other points, but if you look at nothing else, team, if you ask that question, the response you'll get, you'll know very quickly whether you are going to be on the market for 14 days or whether you're going to be on the market for 76 days like this owner in Victoria. Okay. If they hesitate, if they haven't got clarity or cannot provide you with some clarity, then you've got some challenges coming your way. So I always say, show me your leasing plan and I'll show you how long you're going to be vacant for. The second thing I want you to talk to your potential property manager about, right, is what are their beliefs and understanding on repairs versus maintenance, because they are two different things, right? They are two different things. Repairs are things that come up over a period of time that we need to react to. It could be, the door handle's fallen off because the screws are old and rusted and loose, or, something breaks down, in that respect. Your maintenance can be, your annual air conditioning clean checks, service calls, etc. Something like that. Maybe your appliances, maybe you've got a swimming pool in your investment property and you're getting that checked on every month. These are preventative, reoccurring, automated maintenance items. And so you want to keep an eye on. So ask them, what are your repairs and maintenance beliefs? How do you operate around that? What is your process? Again, if you get some clarity, you might be on a winning wicket. If you don't, you might be in for some challenges when things come about. Another major one, guys, is you want to understand if you're going to be kept safe throughout this tenancy. And one of the things you can do to be kept safe is your property manager can conduct and execute really good detailed property condition reports and routine inspections. I cannot stress how important those are. Now, why do I know that's an issue in the industry? Well, because every time I get the opportunity to help someone and we bring that property on from another particular agent, this is one of the documents that's either missing or not done to standard, and it causes a bit of issues at the vacate, right? Not necessarily during the tenancy, but at the vacate. And so it's parked into the future, and it can become a problem at that point in time. Another thing you want to understand under the hood, not shopping just on VT, is arrears policy. What is your property manager's belief and system and process around arrears policies? Now, life gets in the way sometimes, and I can understand, not 100% of the time people pay rent, when they should, as per their obligations within the lease agreement. We can understand that. However, we need to have a system and management process around that. And, for us, zero tolerance. So certainly if we find ourselves in that situation, we need to have an action plan in place to understand what we're going to do about it to rectify that situation in a very quick time frame. And in the event it doesn't go our way, you've got some avenues down tribunal and things like that. So I would dare say most property managers might not be able to explain their risk plot process to you, but certainly the good ones will. So ask them the question. Last one thing here, Brendan says some comments. It needs to change to an asset manager, the way I see my property managers. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think you as the investor with your investment, residential property or commercial for that matter, you are running a business. You are running a small business, exactly to Brendan's point. You're not charity in that respect. And so, you've got to have some systems and processes. You wouldn't do it in your own business. Don't do it to your investment property. That's a very good point. Jeff, mate, you're in Palm Beach. Hell yeah, $740. Boom. Well done, Jeff. Well done. Thanks for sharing. Last thing, team. Have a think about this. Here's a thought. I'll put the title up here again because it's a really one. House shopping for the lowest fee costs $5,500 in lost rent. Right now, I shared a couple of reasons why that went wrong: the leasing campaign, lack of communication, lack of strategy, etc., etc. We've talked about 3-4 things that maybe you guys could ask your property manager before looking at the fee schedule, right? I'm not saying the fee schedule is not important. It is important. I'm saying don't make that decision in isolation. Make it in combination with a few of the other things we've spoken about today. So here's a thought. If the property manager and or agent cannot defend their own fee and offer you a discount really, really early on or really easily, right, because you've just asked for it, if they cannot defend their own fee, what do you think they'll do to yours, right? Time and time again, I've been to open homes as a tenant. I've been to open homes just to observe as a property manager. I've conducted many throughout my 14 years in the industry too. If the property manager cannot defend their own fee and service to you as the landlord, right, ultimately to get you the result, right, to keep you safe, make you wealthy, help you hold that property for a longer period of time, how on earth will they defend your fee? I have seen it countless times at open homes. Property could be listed for $700 per week, and the prospective the prospective renter will say, "Hey, will the owner accept $650?" And the agent's response is, just put it on the application. We'll take it to the owner." Right now, you may not see that because you're not there in the open home, but I can tell you, team, this goes on. This is why I say you need to, with clarity, understand what's your property manager's leasing plan to get your lease in 14 days. Make a judgment call on their ability to negotiate. Okay, because if they can't defend their own fee, they can't defend their own service levels, then we might have a challenge when it comes to protecting your rent, maximizing your rent, and ultimately, in the case of this owner in Victoria, right, $5,500 lost in rent. We've got to now backtrack and try and undo what's already done and we're never going to get that $5,500 back. We can only obviously get at least now and move forward. So is it possible at open homes that agents might encourage renters to apply at a less rate? Yes, that is very possible, right? Is it possible at a lease renewal that the lower fee agent who has no negotiation ability is unable to maximize your rent or protect your rent? Is it possible that they might cause a vacate and now you're up for $2,500, $3,000 in letting fees? Yes. Now this is what it is about. So team, if I can leave you with one thing, please don't shop on fees in isolation. Do it in combination with a few other things. Lift the hood up, find out what's underneath, ask some good questions, and you'll get your answers fairly quickly. Because I do say this after a number of years doing this. It's kind of like show me your property manager, and we'll show you your future. It's a little bit like that in the industry. So that's my 2 cents. Don't know if that was helpful or a bit of a rant, maybe a bit of both, but hopefully it was helpful for you guys. Appreciate the participation in the chat today. It's been good, always helpful. And listen, if you've got any more topics, conversations, things you guys would like to chat about, as always, email is below. Shoot me an email, let me know what you're up to, and we'll certainly unpack it here on Wealth Coffee Chats. But don't forget, 8:10 tomorrow, the financial planning team, I should say. I should get another coffee. The financial planning team will be on. So jump online tomorrow, guys, and we'll learn another lesson or two. In the meantime, that's it for now. See you later.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.